Okay, welcome to the next two sections. These two sections relate to the combining of like terms and adding fractions. Okay, like terms. What do you mean by like terms? We mean that they have the same combination of variables, but the order of the variables don't have to be the same. So here's a few examples highlighting that. But as long as they've got the same number or same variables, they are like. Here's a few examples where they're not like. See how they're not the same? See, the second one's missing an N and the last one's missing a Y and a Z. So they're not like terms. So one of the important things we can do is that we can combine like terms. So we've got a few examples here. So we've got 5a plus 4a. Because they're like terms, we can combine them. So the answer is 9a. 13s minus 8s is 5s. Now this one here, not all the terms are like, but what we can do is combine the terms that are like. Now remember, the negative sign belongs to what comes after it. So 12a minus 13a is negative a, and we've got 6b. So here's an activity for you to do. Remember, you can only combine like terms. Okay, simplification of fractions. So in this case here, we can cancel the 3 into the 6. The 3 goes into 6 twice. So our answer is x over 2. Here's a few examples. Remember here we need to change the division into multiplication by just inverting. So the 5 goes to the bottom. So the 5 goes into 15 3 times. So we can just write the answer as 3x. Here, this one here, we got a variable x on the top and bottom. So in this case here, we can cancel them. Remember, we can only cancel factors when they're multiplied together. So the answer is y over 2. Here's an activity for you to do. Remember, adding fractions, we do it just like we did in operations. We need to have a common denominator. So if I look at the first two here, they're both under 3, so we can just combine the two to place them over 3, but they're not like, so we can't put them together. Remember, that's the key thing. To combine like terms, they've got to be like. Likewise with the next one. The answer is just 3 plus a over x. So let's look at these ones here. First thing you need to do to combine these ones is to find a common denominator. So just like in operations, we just multiply the 3 and the 5 together to get a common denominator. Now we need to get both under 15. So the first one multiply top and bottom by 5, and the second one multiply top and bottom by 3. So when we do that, we have 15 under both. Once we do that, we can place them under a common denominator. So our final answer is 20 plus 3. Yes, we can't combine them because they're not like. Okay, common denominator here would be just x, y, just multiplying together. So we need to multiply the first one top and bottom by y to get x, y underneath. And the next one multiply top and bottom by x to get x, y underneath. So we get 3y ax over xy So there we have it. Here's a few activities. Just a hint with the second one. You can write that as 1 over 1. So the common denominator would be xb1 or xb. Okay, lowest common denominator. We've kind of done this before in some ways when we found the lowest common multiple. So what we do is you write each number as a product of its prime numbers. Now to find the lowest common denominator, we're going to make sure we get a number that both 15, 12 and 6 go into. So we need 15, so instead of writing 15 as 15, you write it as 3 times 5. Move on to the 12 now. So 12's got 2 2's and a 3. We've already got a 3 there already, so we just need to write down the 2 2's. Here we are, there's 12. And 6 is 3 times 2. Look, we've already got a 3 and we've already got a 2, so we don't need to write anything down. So we can just leave it as that, because 6 goes into it already. So lowest common denominator in this case would be 60. So what we can do now is, if you want to add these fractions together, we're going to make sure everything's under 60. Keep on working our way through it. The last one, top and bottom by 10. Keep on working through it. 16 plus 5 over 60 minus 50 over 60. Now we'll just do what we did earlier in the course. Go left to right. So our answer is negative 29 on the top over 60. So to finish things off, here's an activity for you to do. I'm just writing it out again, it looks a bit small here. Yeah, that's a bit better.